Good morning, Houston. This is Chi Nguyen with the Push and Win Law Firm. Just wishing you guys a safe drive to work. In the event somebody hits you, you know who to call. 833-PUSH-WIN. Or visit us online at pushwin.com. That's PUSHWIN.com. 833-PUSH-WIN.
4.1 KRBE.
If you know the 3-digit extension of the All right, let's hit it.
Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
Now, I love it when you get a telemarketer turnaround, but you've never really flirted with somebody
this is
before.
telemarketer flirtation.
I like to try all different methods of screwing with these people since they're messing with us and
Yeah.
taking a lot of elderly folks' money.
Exactly.
We have done things like repeating the same word over and over again. Today, like I said, we're going to flirt. So what he's calling me about is final expenses and some type of insurance that they want me to buy into in order to cover these expenses.
Are we getting you flirting, or is it a character flirting?
No, it's me. It's Jaime. Yeah, Jaime's gonna flirt. So,
I was hoping to see Kevin in action, you know? It's like,
Jaime's voice is very soothing to me.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah, sweet. So, like, what happened was, okay, dude calls me. We'll pick up right in the middle of when he's asking me about my age and all of that so he can get his notes ready. So let's move forward here. It's telemarketer turnaround.
Can I ask you, please, ma'am, how old are you?
Yes.
What's your age, ma'am?
Well, you're not supposed to ask a lady, but anyway, I will tell you as long as you don't tell anybody else.
All right. All right. What is your date of birth?
Usually, I ask you to send a face pic first, but I'm actually 57.
57? Oh, my goodness. Your sound is pretty young. And I believe you make your own decision, right?
Yes, I make my own
All right.
decisions, both professionally
All right.
and personally. So if this is a personal decision, like I said, I need a face pic and I need a body pic.
What you mean, like, you need my pic?
Yes, I thought that's what this was. You're calling so that we could hang out?
Well, ma'am, actually, we are calling you to inform you about new low-cost final expense quotes. So here is my product specialist, ma'am, who's going to guide you further, all right?
So what you're saying is you look like necrophilia or something like that? Or you know that I'm going to die or something?
No. Well, I'm not asking you you are going to die. We are just here to give you some quotes and information about whole life insurance. That's cover 100% cost of the burial, funeral, or cremation expenses. We are specialized for end-of-life planning, okay?
Yeah, but basically I feel like I've barely only started living life.
Yeah, here is my product specialist who's going to guide you further and tell you how this plan can benefit you.
Yeah, so honestly, everyone's going to die, right? Come to find out. And either that's going to be because that you ate too many donuts, right?
So, ma'am, here is my product specialist who's going to guide you further, all right?
Yes.
Who am I speaking to?
Yeah, so we just went through that whole thing. Remember when we were talking and you were going to send me a pic first?
What's your age, ma'am?
Thank you so much. That other guy was kind of mean, and he was yelling at me, and I didn't appreciate it. So I like talking to you better. You actually sound way more handsome than the other fellow.
All right, so here is my product specialist. He's also handsome, okay?
Oh, no, but so like what had happened was you and I were talking, and you were just going to get my age, stats, body style, my type, my position, which is versatile, obviously. Yours. Hello. This always happens.
Was that the same guy then, or did he get him to someone else?
They did pass me to someone else. They just sounded alike, and then they passed me back.
Okay,
They're passing me back and forth. You can always tell because it goes bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. It makes a little sound.
So the bloop bloop is when they're changing it to the other the supervisor.
Yes.
That is coming in for the kill because the first guy can't hook you.
Right. Oh, obviously you're doing a bad job, so your boss had to step in.
Right. Oh my God, it's so great.
Telemarketer turnaround.
Telemarketer turnaround here on the Roula and Ryan Show. All right, coming up next, somebody's looking for some closure. Closure is where you go to krbe.com and maybe you had a relationship with somebody, whether it was quick or not quick, and you have to find them again because they just disappeared out of your life. Nobody likes the person
Now,
that
I will have
falls
to
into
say,
the tree shredder.
Eric, you gave us a heads up that parental discretion may be advised for this closure.
I would recommend
a little bit more adult content.
Yeah, my kids are usually sleeping in right now. Maybe going to a camp.
One of our parent listeners said, "Hey, not all kids are sleeping in because her daughter is in gym, like gymnastics."
Yeah.
And she sent us a picture of her child asleep in the front row. I mean, in the front seat of the car, or like looking like she's asleep because they're up early and they're
She had a
making
sleep
the
mask
rounds.
on. We couldn't tell if she had her eyes open or not.
Right. So, I don't know. We just have to give that warning because we change our schedule for the summertime. Get a little bit more.
All right. Well,
risky in
closure
the
is
earlier
coming
part of
up
the show.
next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Correct.
From the Bell Furniture Unbeatable Prices Traffic Desk, I-10 East Freeway westbound between Lathrop and San Jacinto, there is a 7-minute slowdown. 290 Northwest Freeway eastbound at Fairbanks, North Houston. Watch for a stalled car on the outside shoulder. I'm Becca Parker with your KRBE traffic check.
Ultimate Summer Pass from TXU Energy guarantees you savings all summer long. Get 50% off energy charges plus free energy on the hottest days automatically. So when Texas brings the heat, you can be cool knowing that you'll be saving big. Sign up today at TXU.com. This report is sponsored by TXU Energy.
This traffic report is brought to you by sanjacintocollege.edu/online to learn more.
With Sanjac Online, you can complete your certificate or degree 100% online on your time from wherever you are, with the same benefits and support offered to all students. Learn more at sanjac.edu/online.
You're listening to the heartbeat of Houston.
The Roula and Ryan Show.
You know it's your favorite.
On KRBE.
Hey, it's Ryan for Diamond Cutters International. Wedding and anniversary season is really all here right now. So if you're thinking about popping the question, y'all, this is the place to go. Diamond Cutters International has been here in H-Town for over 35 years. They've been Houston's most trusted jeweler. They provide Houstonians with the best when only the best will do. And when we say the best, I mean like the best quality, the best service, the best price. Experts. I mean, these are all experts. You're going to deal with a gemologist who's got a minimum of 10 years experience. When you go in there, you get such an education. And the cool thing is, you're going to get the best quality. Nobody compares to Diamond Cutters International. And you're going to get the best price. They guarantee to beat anybody's price by a minimum of 20%. At Diamond Cutters International, they have their fully bonded diamonds. They come with a lifetime 100% cash buyback exchange and breakage policy. That means for any reason down the line you don't like it, take it back. You'll get the same amount of money you paid for it. So Diamond Cutters International, it's real diamonds with real value for real love. Schedule your appointment at 713-222-2728 or easy to remember, 713-22-CARAT. By the way, parental discretion is advised.
You go to krbe.com and you contact us. You tell us how somebody was in your life and you have lost track of them, or they don't return your calls, or they don't return your text, or you see them active on social media, but they're not active with you. For whatever reason, whatever the relationship was, we will try and figure it out. And usually Eric is very good at his sleuthing.
Summertime is the best time to do it because I get a little less emails because people are traveling and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want closure, if you want revenge on somebody,
closure, revenge closure. Whatever it is.
We've had them.
KRBE.com. And for this one especially, parental discretion is advised. We're going to say hello to Michelle and find out why she's here. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. So
Hi.
who is it you want closure with this morning?
Okay, it would be with Jake. We dated 4 weeks, and we were seeing each other towards the end. It was like up to like 2-3 times a week, so it was pretty steady. And yeah, we had these amazing dates. Like, I thought he was really wonderful. Going for lunch and picnics and walking our dogs, blah, blah,
picnics.
Now, can I ask you real quick? You're mentioning all these different activities. Have y'all been intimate at this point?
No.
It took Ryan 35 seconds to get in this to ask you.
Well, I mean, they're going out a month. They've gone on, I would assume, like a dozen dates if he's seeing her 3 times a week.
I'm a bit old-fashioned, and also I've been burned by jumping into bed too quickly. So I was just taking it slow and wanted to see where it was going to go. And I figure if a guy really digs me, then he'll be cool with that and he'll wait. I'm not a tease or anything. I'm pretty forthright about
It's a good test, though, because you always hear when girls give it up a guide and
call him back or ghost
anyway.
you
For that.
At least you know you have a month with him. You're not getting intimate and you're having a good time. So
maybe he ghosted you for other reasons.
Well, how was the last date? Because obviously you're here for closure because he's ghosted you. So what happened on the last time you saw him?
So the last time we're hanging at my place and we had a dinner. I cooked us dinner. And I'm a good cook, so I know it wasn't my dinner. And we're sitting on the couch after watching some totally background kind of movie that we didn't care about. And I was feeling really ready. I mean, quite frankly, I was ready. Just
You're like,
know.
let's have some fun today.
So you've gotten to that point.
Yeah, we're making out, which we've done a lot. And I took it a step further and I unzipped his pants. And he took my hand away, zipped up his pants, stood up, and left.
Well, that's very descriptive.
That's not really a normal situation for a guy.
No, I think I was in shock, and I was like doing a lot of stammering.
Can I ask you, how long ago was this?
It was like a week and a half ago. He did not respond to my calls, my texts.
I'm thinking maybe he got excited, like you're making out and stuff, and that sometimes things happen.
Oh.
I mean, if you got too amped up, then you'd be embarrassed.
Oh, maybe.
I'd make an excuse. I'd be like, I got
diarrhea.
I gotta go.
Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I don't know because he won't talk to me.
Hold on, let me ask you, Michelle. Was it like an angry thing when he left, or how was he? Because to Eric's point, if that had happened and he was just embarrassed, I don't know what the reaction would be on his side.
The thing that Eric said, there's just no way that happened because he did not get revved up like that.
That's why he's embarrassed, because it happened without.
Well, we're all thinking that things happen to embarrass him.
I guess we can find out. He's listening.
Run away.
All I know is he's hearing this.
Yeah,
he's
this
like
poor
cringing.
guy. Why don't we just get to the source? Let's talk to Jake.
Hi, Jake. Thanks for being here today.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hey, Jake. So you heard all that. Do you care to shed some light? Because she said y'all had a great time for a month and then just
She's into you, man.
ghosted her.
I know. I can't even believe I'm talking to you guys about this. Michelle, I'm sorry. I owe you that. I'm not proud about what happened, and it sounds cliche. It's not you. It was me.
Uh-huh. You want to fill it in a little bit more?
Yeah. I mean, you might give her a little bit more detail. Jake has to, what happened when
If it was you, then what happened?
Yeah, what was the moment that just made you say, I'm never going to see her again?
I just have insecurities, and, it's something I've been working on. I just wasn't ready.
May I ask what your insecurity is?
I just have physical hang-ups about being, intimate with a girl, and just kind of caught me off guard.
Have you never been with a girl before?
Yeah, I have. I can't believe I'm talking to you guys about this even, but I don't measure up really in that department.
Why didn't you let me make that decision? I would give me a little credit.
Well, I'm really not measuring up down there.
I'm not a size queen, okay? I don't really care. We have great chemistry, and I love kissing, and I love the way you touch me. And
there's more to relationships than just that.
Jake.
aspect.
I mean, you got to give her a little bit of credit. I mean, if you care about her and she cares about you, that's something you guys should decide together.
But we say that, but if you've been, I'm sure you said you were with other people, that means you must have had a hang-up about this. Somebody must have
ridiculed you.
Yeah,
made fun of
rejected you,
or
ridiculed you. Or what I know from just being friends with guys.
And the stuff you see on TVs and movies, that stuff is
not real.
It's CGI.
That's what I tell myself.
Well, obviously, Jake, you have a reason for feeling the insecurity, right?
That's really what happened the last time. She didn't say anything, but I could just see from the look on her face, and when she saw it, and then I don't think she really enjoyed it, and I've been in therapy since then, trying to get to a place where I can be intimate with a woman.
Jake, would you be willing to maybe, and this is all dependent upon whether Michelle would allow it, would you be willing to maybe dial it back? Maybe try going to a dinner date or having coffee or something?
Or at least see her again. That's
it
why
seems
she's
like
here.
you guys care for each other.
But I feel like the whole time she'll be thinking about that.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, Michelle, is that really a deal breaker for you?
I'm still on the phone here, and so it's not. And let me just say, we are born with what we're born with. I am a flat-chested girl. One thing I know is that any guy who dates me is not dating me for my big old boobs. With you, Jake, I like who you are as a person.
Clearly, what we found out here is Michelle was ghosted by a guy she really liked. Now we know why you did it, Jake. She is willing to go out with you again if you would like to go out with her.
And Jake, she sounds like a keeper. I mean, she's not hung up on the things that you're worried about, and she really likes you.
This is what my therapist is telling me, that I have to trust people when they tell me what they are thinking. And, you know, that's why I even worked up the courage to see Michelle. And I really liked Michelle.
Well, good. Hopefully you guys can get back together.
I think you've made incredible progress. What you just confessed on the radio, that takes a lot of courage, dude.
For sure. Obviously, that's how much he likes you, Michelle, because he agreed
so there's something
to be
there.
on closure when Eric contacted him. So I hope it works out for you guys.
And I just want the guys to know that there is so much more than your size. So much more.
Yeah.
Or wallets.
Oh, my God, Eric, did you just say that? Oh, my God.
I'm trying to lighten the mood here. I'm getting depressed here.
Oh, my God.
I feel bad
What's wrong with you?
I feel bad for everybody.
Evil, Eric.
You just like whittled it down to like, well, we're just going to go out for
Either
money.
want a wiener or money.
What the heck?
God, Eric.
I'm trying to lighten the mood. I'm lightening the mood.
No, you didn't need to lighten the mood. It's your insecurity. Clearly, Eric is super uncomfortable with this entire conversation.
Hey, Jake, what's your therapist's number? I think Eric needs it.
I know. You're the one that put this together. Okay, well, look, what we established today is that Michelle likes you, Jake. She's sad that you ghosted her. Now she knows why. She's willing to go out with you. You're willing to go out with her, and good luck to that.
I'm really happy.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, you guys take care. You know,
sound happy.
I'm proud of him. He's got a lot of courage to kind of admit that, you know,
Not hang up the phone.
publicly.
And listen, for people who say it's not a big deal, it's a big deal to you if it's happening to you.
It could be anything. You have a mole on your cheek or, you know, whatever you focus. That's the problem. I think we all focus on, like Roula always says, when you take a group photo, you're not looking at anyone else but yourself.
Yeah,
Well, of
and
course.
that's why people think it's a good picture if they look good in the picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, how could you pick that when my eyes are closed? Oh, I wasn't looking at you.
Yep.
And I think, you know, when you're younger especially, I mean, I just remember getting like a pimple or something on my cheek and, oh, I can't go to school. Everybody's going to make fun of me. Everybody's going to look. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that's true. It's like people that have, like Ryan always looks at guys' hair lines. You worry about that.
Yeah, I worry about, like, I don't want to go bald one day.
Some people that worry about like their nose or something, then they look at other people's noses or love handles.
I never realized how, what's the word, destructive we are to ourselves mentally.
We tear ourselves down.
Until I was probably 17 or was I 19, and I was visiting a friend who, for all visual reasons, any one of us, if she walked in here, you'd think she's perfection, a human specimen of perfection. And what would drive her crazy is that she, in her frame, was hip heavy and had stretch marks there. And I'm like, well, that's just being female. Like, you have stretch marks when you're female because your body grows in ways where you're going to get stretch marks. And I just could not believe that was her hang up. And I'm like, wow, but you're like a size 4. Right, but I have hips for a size 6. And I go, no, I don't see that. But that's what she sees.
Right.
It's her every day.
Yeah.
Right? For every person for everything you're tearing yourself down for, there's somebody wishing they look like you right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's somebody that wishes they look like you, and you are hating yourself in your inner real.
I do think as you mature, as you get older, you kind of cast that aside and you realize that it's just not worth it worrying about these petty things. They're not petty at the time, obviously. But as you get older, you realize, man, we're all just living inside a shell, you know?
Right, but that shell is what you're judged on. So we could just look at it that simply, but we really can't, because we wouldn't be human if we didn't care. Or if you didn't care, people think you just gave up. Well, doesn't it bother you? You know, your hair's in knots all the time. Don't you want to, like, take a shower or something? You know, somebody's finally going to say something to you and be like, you know, we can't win. If you're too thin, you're too thin. If you're too big, you're too big. If you're too short, you're too short. You can't grow after a certain age. You just can't buy height. No matter, there's no cosmetic procedure that is going to make you.
Actually, there is now.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, they break their legs.
Guys been doing that now. They
They strengthen his legs.
from like 5'8" to 6 foot or something.
Yeah.
They'll
that many inches?
They'll
There's
break
a
the
bodybuilder
legs.
dude that's doing it.
They'll break the legs and then they put this
Metal
extender, and then the bones eventually grow
So
back
technically,
together.
you can buy height.
God, that sounds
Or just go on
brutal.
I've seen those ads for like shoes.
With the
With
height
lifts?
insert?
They give you like 2 inches or something. I've seen those ads.
Wait
Prince
a second.
wore
Can I
'em.
make a statement about shoes? Can we just get for real? We are in a culture now where we are very accepting of people who were born male and now want to be female, right? Well, the people that were born male are going to have larger than size 10 shoe size. So come on, department stores. Get with the size 11s already. Like, I can't find a size 11 ever. Maybe there's like one. And I said, my God, there's a whole other component to our population now that's probably looking for size 11 and 12 shoes.
I was buying shoes for Sam and I for Pride, and while I was doing that, just looking for plain white shoes, and I had to find them in the ladies section, and I just realized that I'm 11 in ladies.
Oh, are you?
Yes, and right next to the cute plain white shoes that I got for us for Pride to decorate, I found these other cute little shoes that are meant for ladies, I guess, but don't you know I bought them?
I'm just saying, like, for years, Nordstrom has been the department store where you will find shoes as a female that if you have a larger than size 10 foot, you could find shoes there. But now I'm thinking there's an entire component to our culture where there's more of a demand for women's shoes that are bigger than size 10, and I can't find them.
If you put our morning show at all our shoe sizes, we have to be the smallest feet in the world.
What?
Yeah.
Because Sam's got really small feet.
Ryan's
got tiny feet.
I wear a 9.5.
So do I. You're 6'2".
I'm 6.
And Kevin's got...
Yeah, I'm the same as Ryan.
9.5.
And what is yours, Eric?
I like 11.
So I wear size 11 women's.
What's the difference between women's
Sam, what size is yours?
sizes and men's?
6?
6.5.
Oh, good God. You
And
have
women's.
the cutest feet ever, probably. You're like Ariel from Little Mermaid.
You only size 6 feet?
Yeah, it's tiny. What was your question?
No, so what's the difference? Like, if I wear a man's 9.5, what would that be in a woman's shoe?
I feel
Kevin, you said it. 11.
I just said that.
That's 11?
Yeah, it's about 2 size difference. So, like, I'm a 6 in women, so I'm like a size 4 in kids.
Unbelievable.
And the
you
shoes,
could buy kids.
the shoes I bought look unisex. If I were to wear them, you would never know.
Kevin, you could always shop at American Girl.
No, that store closed. Only online.
Little doll feet.
Yeah, these are.
And here's the crazy thing: when you buy workout shoes that you want to work out in, you have to go half a size up because your feet get hot, they swell, whatever. You're not supposed to buy. If you wear a size 10, you are not supposed to buy a size 10 tennis shoe.
You gotta have your foot.
Has to have a 10 and a half.
Toe be able to move.
Oh.
Yes, go to Fleet Feet. They will tell you this. So if I wear a size 11, it's very hard for me to find an 11 and a half Brooks. I got to buy a men's.
I do like Fleet Feet, but I always feel like they're playing a trick on me.
Why?
Because they try these on. Now, come out here and run back and forth. I'm like, is there a camera here?
If you were a female with a low-cut shirt, I would think differently, but I think you're safe.
They like bounce up and down. No.
Jog in slow mode like Baywatch.
Yeah.
Let me see if he's really
compromised. He gets home and tells his wife, I think I'm compromised. They made me bounce around in the shoe store and didn't sell me
bend
any
over and
shoes.
touch your toes to make sure the toes are right at the...
Very odd.
Listen to the texter that is telling me to go to Torrid because they have shoes all the way to size 13. I mean, are these the kind of shoes that are going to murder your feet? Like I am to the point of my adulthood now that I'm not buying cheap shoes anymore. You know what I mean? Like because I know what cheap shoes do to you. So what kind of shoes are we working with here?
Time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
It's brought to you by Duncan. A heat advisory has been issued from 1 to 7 today. Heat index values will peak between 105 to 110 degrees. This is going to be hot.
It is going to be very hot there,
Ryan.
It
will be very hot.
It is hot.
I was going to say that's too much
Please
excitement.
Please do not leave your pets or children in the car.
Well, that's a little too robotic. It sounds a little bit more solid.
No, for God's sakes, do not do that. We talked about this earlier. There was a canine that passed away from a police officer. He had him in the squad car. The engine was running, AC was on, but the engine shut off. And the dog unfortunately perished. So this is a great lesson to learn, Roula, you're talking about this earlier.
Know your car. My
a lot of cars will shut off.
I got a 2023 this year. I got it in February. The car I had just like it before, no problem. If I left the car on, the car's on. How many times have I gotten out of my car, my daughter is in the car with me, and I'm going to go to the trunk to get something, and the car has turned off. But I didn't turn it off. So you guys have to really know your cars, especially if they're newer cars. If you think you're going to run into the store real quick and your dogs or, God forbid, your children are in there, You took your purse, but you didn't take your kid.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear any more of these hot death car stories, but they're inevitable because
senseless
of the
tragedy
heat and the new car situation.
All right, so a man has been arrested for reckless driving in Harris County. According to the Humble Police Department, a traffic unit clocked him in a yellow Camaro going 133 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. This is on 59, the 20,000 block in the southbound lanes. Now, unfortunately for this individual, his Camaro is very unique. And the officer remembered the driver from a reckless driving arrest in May of last year. So the driver, who's been identified as Jimmy Lee Heisler, was unfazed by the arrest. He decided it would be a good idea to post about how he's going to keep on driving the same way. And being caught was a one-time thing. It won't happen again. What a dummy. He literally posted, I'm going to keep on doing it.
So they're using his social posts against him now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, people, I don't know why they do this. All right, so.
Do this again.
People
it's
stay up.
crazy.
Be careful of social media, man. I always tell my kids.
It's going to bite you every
As
time.
you get older, for jobs and stuff.
They go back and
track
look at
something
your
back
social
10
posts.
years ago that you posted is not very
About
PC.
the AI stuff now, you can just type in, look at their stuff, and look for this word. Certain things you can look for. And
keywords to search for. Absolutely. The Stros took down the Nationals 6-1 yesterday. Man, 4 solo homers.
That was great. Almost a shutout until the top of the 8th.
Rangers lost, so we're only 3.5 games back.
Yeah. That's what's going down in H-Town. You guys ready for the competition?
The rapid fire quiz is coming up, and that is for George Lopez tickets at the Smart Financial Center for June 25th. We need 4 contestants to try and win at this game. You pair up with me. I'm Roula. Then there's Eric. Then there's Sam. Then there's Special K. One of us will win these tickets for
Maybe you should have AI Eric play for you. He doesn't. He won't throw a
They'll
temper
all know the
tantrum.
answers, or
Then
they
I'll
won't?
win. Yeah, then I'll win.
Yeah. 713-390 KRBE. That's 5723 on your phone. Let's get the rapid fire quiz going next on the Roula and Ryan Show.